Welcome, everyone. This is What Ya Toku-ing About, a podcast that's very popular with the girls. I'm your host, Russ Walsh. With me, as always, are my co-hosts. I cannot talk today. Hunter and Stix. Welcome to the Ultra Universe, guys.
Yo, yo, yo.
We are in Ultra Space. We are flying around, cruising.
I'm home.
Oh, you're back. You have your arms outstretched. Perfect. What would you call that position that Ultraman's in? The funny toy position.
Oh, just relaxation, at ease, really.
That's how you relax. When you're at your house and have a stressful day, you just lie on the ground and make the Ultraman flying
flat
pose, right?
Flat on my back, legs and arms facing straight forward. Just so nice.
Sort of like a Superman of sorts.
No, Ultraman. Different.
It is different, yes.
Legally distinct. What's that? We are flying through space right now, and is that a traveler among the stars?
It's me. I'm so excited to talk about Tokusatsu's greatest incel, Ultraman Belial.
Who are you, strange man?
I'm gonna Kero.
Oh, I thought I was gonna do a Canadian destroyer on you real quick. Like Ultraman Zero does in his titular movie, doing wrestling moves on people. Hey everyone, this is Kero. He's my friend. Famously, he played Philo in Delgo 2, his most famous role to date. He's also, I've talked to him about Toku before. We've disagreed. We've agreed. We've come together. You know, you're kind of a hot-headed rogue yourself, aren't you?
I'm kind of the bad boy about watching TV shows for children.
Whereas we're the goody two-shoes. We're like we needed to bring you on because Belial is the nasty guy and you are the nasty guy in Toku.
I'm the what you Toku killer, but I've come to join the squadron to fight against evil.
Yes. Wow. Okay. And Kero's a great streamer. I've lurked before. I've chatted before. He plays games that are called like Cyber Gnome, and it was made by like 3 guys in a basement circa 2006.
Oh, so real video games.
Yeah, real video games. Guys who got their company got purchased by Saudi Arabia and they got trapped in a cube or something. I don't know. But your streams are always fun, Kero.
Thank you.
What's the game that sounds the most like a parody of itself that you've played on your stream?
That's tough. Maybe like 7th Cross Evolution, a game where you play as an evolving weird mutant that looks like a zoonoid from Guyver, which basically means it already looks like a tokusatsu monster. And you do psychic blasts on like deer and shit, and then there's no story until the very end when suddenly there's a lot of story and it does insane shit. I think Yoko Taro might have ripped it off.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful. The return of the NES.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if you were talking about a soccer game at first. What is it called? World Cross 11?
7th Cross Evolution. It's a Dreamcast game.
Yeah, it sounds like a soccer game, and then you describe it like... Anyway, or at least a Japanese soccer game.
You can evolve car legs. It's great.
Yes! Okay, you can Turbo Teen it. But we're not talking about Turbo Teen. We're talking about a Turbo Teenage Ultraman, or various a bunch of Ultra Boomers, and then it eventually becomes about Ultra Teenager. But we are talking about the first 2 movies in the Zero Saga. Is there an official nomenclature for this kind of like sub-series?
I would call it the Zero Saga. Yes.
The Zero Saga.
That feels right.
The first 2 major movies.
The world's first Ultralineal.
Yeah.
Was Navius not a millennial? Oh, I know. He couldn't be because it was...
That is...
He is, but he's one of those millennials that likes the 60s a little too much.
Yeah, he literally has gifted kid syndrome. He literally gets it. So anyway, I love this title. I even said on the last episode, I love this title. I think the title might be better than the movie. Mega Monster Battle Ultra Galaxy Legend the movie.
I had to quadruple check as I sat down to watch it that I was watching the right thing, and I've seen this before.
Yeah,
it sounds
because there's a TV show with a very similar name to it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
you were afraid at first you were watching like SEO, YouTube, AI slop for a minute. I'm like, am I watching the right thing? Like, is this just hitting all the buzzwords?
It's such a wild title.
Yeah. And then we watched I think what was recommended to us, like what's the good shit, the Ultraman Zero, the movies Super Decisive Battle, Belial Galactic Empire.
I would like to say that you can just call this movie Revenge of Belial.
No, I'm gonna call
that's the localized name.
I'm gonna call it Super Decisive Battle, Belial Galactic
I
Empire.
love
but,
Super Decisive Battles. Makes you think of Dragon Ball Z.
So that
Yes,
is
true.
that is the movie I wanted us to watch the most, but we had to watch Ultra Galaxy the movie. We had to watch Mega Monster Battle because that is the movie that introduces Ultraman Zero.
And Belial.
And Belial.
Belial.
You wouldn't know why he's getting revenge.
So before we go into the great patent pending Russ recap, the Russ cap, if you will.
Yes.
I wanna set the stage a little bit for where Ultraman was at when this movie came out. So where Ultraman was at was 1 foot in the grave.
Whoa, no.
So, after the airing of Ultraman Mebius, which is a popular show, actually a very famous internet meme originates from that show. Have any of you ever seen that one gif of the guy just like crying, like CGI tears?
Yes.
Yes.
That is where Mebius is where that gif comes from.
Nice.
And there were some problems with getting the time slot back for Ultraman because, you know, surprise, surprise, these tokusatsu shows, Ultraman, Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, they all air early in the morning, typically on Saturday, because that's when most kids are going to be awake to watch them. Ultraman couldn't get its time slot back for one reason or another. And when you are a studio and franchise that is dependent on children watching you and wanting your toys, that is very bad.
Yes.
And also in 2007, 2007, it was reported that Subaraya was making 5.6 billion yen. They made that in the last year.
Okay.
Their profit was only 44 million. That is how much debt they were in.
Oh.
So they don't have a show. They're in debt. What do? I'll tell you what you do. You make an arcade game. I don't
Yes.
have the name of the arcade game in front of me. But what it was it was an arcade game where you pay to get cards of various Ultra Kaiju and aliens, because those two kind of get lumped together a lot. Because there is a difference between a Kaiju and an alien. And you paid to get the cards, and then you scan the card and you can play it on the game, play it with other people, play it against the computer, whatever. This arcade game was a massive success, and it lasted for like 4 straight years. And Subaraya, whose vision was already getting cloudy, they were already seeing the light, the land of light. Subaraya was about to meet Ultraman himself, decided, okay, you know what? Why don't we break into this burgeoning new internet thing? Because the internet was starting to get more and more popular at around 2007, 2008. I myself didn't have like actual internet access until 2008. Admittedly. And they had their own website and kind of streaming service, so they decided, we have a successful arcade game, we don't have the money for a full-on TV show right now, why don't we make a pay-per-view internet show that people can watch?
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
And that is how Mega Monster Battle was born.
I assumed that was just a TV show.
Nope, it never once aired on TV. This aired online. It was a pay-per-view show. And it ran
This is like some... I was just gonna say, this is some like Satellaview or like SegaNet shit where you're like, how are they like 15 years ahead in their own weird, fucked up way?
Well, they ran the show for 2 seasons, and the show itself is about the crew of the... Thank you for writing this down. The Zap crew. they go onto a mysterious planet where they meet Ray, an amnesiac boy who, for some reason, is able to capture and battle monsters. You learn in the show that Ray is a Rayonics, which means that he was born with the ability to control monsters with the help of a Battlenizer. A Battlenizer is just like a thing you scan, and it can capture and bring out monsters. What it is in real life is a Mega Man Battle Network PET.
Yes.
It is a Tamagotchi. And throughout the show, you learn more about the Ray Bloods, the Rayonics, what it all means. And what it all means is that Subaraya desperately needed to get a TV show out, so they just made a show where monsters fight each other. And Ultraman and Ultra 7 are in season 1 and 2, respectively.
Cool.
It was a big success. It was a big hit. And it has the distinction of being one of the highest selling toy periods of the post-Mebius era of Ultraman ever. How much? Well, if I go by the Ultraman Fanon Wiki, which, as we all know, is always correct. Fanon Wikis are always right about everything.
Right.
5.7 billion in yen.
Wow.
Pretty good.
An unbelievable boom. And that kept them going until they were bought out. Now, I know everyone always rolls their eyes whenever we hear the word buyout, right? It's like, oh, that means something gets ruined. They were bought by TYO Inc. first, and then Bandai got a massive cut, which was 49.9. And then in 2010, the pachinko machine maker Fields Corporation purchased a 51% stake. I am not kidding when I say that getting bought out was the best thing that has ever happened to Subaraya.
Wow.
By 2014, all of their debt was paid off.
All right.
And now we are currently in the best boom period that Subaraya has had in a long time. Ultraman
Since
is
the late
everywhere.
90s.
It's everywhere now.
It's moving into America like more and more every year.
It's crazy.
And I don't know if without Mega Monster Battle, this TV show that really isn't anything too special. It genuinely isn't. I don't know if without that arcade game and the show, Ultraman would still be around.
Right.
And it was helped also by the introduction of who is still currently the face of the new generation era of Ultraman, Ultraman Zero.
Wow.
I cannot tell you how popular that fucking guy is.
This guy sounds cool.
God.
Sounds epic.
But
I wonder who his dad is.
But if Mega Monster Battle and Ultraman Zero, because the two movies, by the way, were big hits too. Especially Revenge of Belial. That was a very big success for Subaraya. They practically saved the franchise because Ultraman did not come back onto regular TV until, Mebius was 2007. Ultraman Ginga.
13.
Ginga was 2013.
Right.
Which is also why from Ginga all the way up until Jesus Christ, Blazar, every Ultraman show's gimmick was nostalgia.
I think
right.
Granted, I guess I haven't technically finished Blazar. For what I've seen of it, it seems like the one that stopped it because it's
the first one that wasn't nostalgia. Is what he's trying to say.
It does have the toys, but in the show, he just doesn't really use all the stuff. He just kind of turns into the guy that he is.
Yes, I don't know how it was for the Japanese fandom, but for the worldwide fandom, it was like a much appreciated change. It felt like it was far less toy focused and more show focused.
Appreciated it.
Because but like even the two shows before that, it was Ultraman Trigger and Ultraman Decker. Ultraman Trigger is literally called New Generation Tiga. It is just an essential remake of Trigger, and Decker is a remake of Dyna.
Yeah.
Also, with Ginga, they were still going very hard in the toy stuff.
Yes.
Because much like Mega Monster Battle was like the arcade game and the V-Pet toy, Ginga was like, oh, the gimmick is literally the vinyl dolls.
Boy, howdy, did those get super popular, and they still make them now. They're still there's constant reissues, new ultras, new monsters, new everything. Those Spark dolls did so much to keep Subaraya afloat to where we are now.
Right. I'm imagining the Out universe where they made a show based on the mobile game and to transform he had to match 3 a la Bejeweled, but I guess they did real characters or something, but who cares?
Yeah, imagine that. Imagine going the Yu-Gi-Oh and Beyblade route and making characters that kids can like.
Yeah.
But I know this is a long intro, but I felt it was important to point out where Ultraman and Subaraya was at this point in time, and how important I think these two are to saving Ultraman as a brand and a franchise, and why Ultraman Zero still won't fucking leave. He's not. It's not the new generation anymore, man. It's 2025. You got to bring in a new boy now, which I think is what they're trying to do with Zed. But
he's already been around. Yeah, I was gonna say he's already been around long enough that now, much like Taro was supposed to be the young new guy, son of Father of Ultra, and then he has a disciple. Zero, the young new guy, now has a disciple.
Sick.
Yep. But yeah, that is the story of how Subaraya crawled out of the jaws of death and is able to still be around now.
And through it we got 2 beautiful movies about the Land of Light and its journey. Should I go into the recap now?
Yes.
I know I'm doing these I think I'm mostly doing these recaps because I like to do them because we could probably just talk about the movie, but I guess I like writing recaps.
They're good.
The recaps are fun. I love the recaps.
Okay. This is the patented Power Russ recap, or as Hunter donned it, the Russ cap. So, okay. So, this is the Mega Monster Battle Ultra Galaxy Legend, the movie recap. Ultraman Mebius pulls a gun and kills fucking Belial on the moon. After that, a blood-drenched Mebius returns to the Ultra Brothers' home, Screensaver World. There, they talk about how great it is to be space cops and steal evidence from the Ultra Lockers. Suddenly, there's a disturbance in space. Alien Zarab has connived his way into an early death when he releases Belial from the Ultra Prison. Belial is basically like if you combined the Joker and Venom and made them multiple stories tall. Anyway, he gets to Screensaver Planet and steals Screensaver Planet's Windows 7 key, and the planet freezes over. Ultraman Taro sacrifices himself in a scene I think was made to make Japanese guys in their 50s weep. Anyway, only young Mebius escapes, his only hope, tracking down Ray, a guy from a TV show I never watched. Anyway, some stuff happens and Mebius finds Ray. He then proceeds to tell Ray he's the most important guy in the universe. He then tells Ray he's not actually the most important guy in the universe, and that there is a cooler guy out in the universe who wears a mask and will have his identity revealed later. Also, Belial became a demon Ultraman because he tried to steal the Windows 7 key from Planet Screensaver and got corrupted in his pursuit of power, like what happened to my gaming PC 15 years ago. Anyway, Mebius and Ray link up with Ultraman and Ultra 7's actors, and then they all pretend to run on a green screen set. They discuss how Belial has a magic stick that can unleash 1,000,000 monsters, so he unleashes 1,000,000 monsters. Oh wait, there's actually a Mega Monster Battle. I'm just realizing this as I type it out. Also, Ultraman Dyna and Ray's friends link up. Anyway, Ray goes demon-moded, but his friends in Ultraman Dina convince him being a fake friend is wrong. Rocked to the very core that anyone would call him a fake friend, Ray becomes a nice guy again. But that's still not enough, so the coolest and baddest dude in the galaxy shows up. Ultraman Zero! Ultra 7 gets hit in the gut, and he reveals to Zero that my man got busy, and he's actually his dad. Enraged at his apparent death, Ultraman Zero goes Super Saiyan and kills Belial. Screensaver Planet is saved, and Ultraman can deliver Christmas presents again or something. The end. Yeah. What did everybody here think of this movie?
It's okay.
It's
okay.
really funny. I was entertained.
It's entertaining. Things are happening. It's just after it happens, it feels like a sensory experience. You know what I mean? It's not much.
Like, okay, like let me like lay the scene for everybody who doesn't understand like where I'm coming from. The first 20 minutes is just an extended fight scene between Belial and like so many interchangeable Ultramen.
Beating
And he just
ass.
whips their asses across the land of light. It's really embarrassing that these Ultramen are getting jobbed out.
And you know what? They
and-
should have been nicer to him.
They should have. They kicked him out for just touching their power source. He was like dying, like, oh,
I'm gonna talk about it now. I'm gonna talk about it now.
We're banishing you. You broke the code.
Nepotism.
I
Belial
agree.
and Zero commit the same crime. Both of them tried to steal the light. Belial is banished and told to hurt himself and not come back.
Zero didn't touch it. He was close. He was stopped by his dad before he did it.
Have you considered that maybe Belial's vibes were just terrible?
Okay, now
he's low-key fashy. He's low-key fashy.
To be fair,
okay?
he's
got some
low-key
incel
fashy,
energy.
But also he isn't. Like I said, he is an incel. That is not a joke. That is a bit of lore that comes up in one of the later Ultra fights.
I remember hearing about that, wanting to cry.
He can't get an Ultra girlfriend.
He specifically there was this big war going on, and he was fighting alongside Kin, the father of Ultra, and he kept like trying to like hit on Mary. I think that's her name, the mother of Ultra, and it was like not happening, and he clearly was not like taking it the best.
Now, I will point out that Belial does have a son.
True.
He does.
He gets.
Do we know anybody's mothers? No. We only know one, and her name is literally Mother of Ultra.
I will say for Belial's son, he's kind of a bio test tube boy.
That's just how I assume all Ultras are born, though.
They got those
I
capsule
imagine it's all
babies.
immaculate conception. Honestly,
right.
at this
So
point.
I wanna, if I could say one thing, I think back to the Taro statement during the recap.
Yeah.
So I do want to say that the reason why there are so many Ultras in this and how they all get their like asses kicked, even though they appear for like a few seconds, like Ultraman, the Ultra Kid is there. That kid's from toothpaste commercials.
Yes.
They use every costume in the fucking
even
warehouse.
Ultraman Powered, the American Ultraman show that never aired in the US.
Also, the animated like Hanna-Barbera ones.
I spotted the anime version too.
Yes, yeah. That's something I love about Ultraman, is that literally any Ultra can be canon. But I want to point out why they did that, and it's because, like I said, at this point in time, Ultraman was kind of dying, so a lot of these characters were like, "Hey, remember these guys? Here they are. You haven't seen them in a while because we can't be on TV right now. So here they all are. You guys like Taro, right? You remember Taro and his mom and dad? Here they are."
It's also like the first kind of true, what would then become a consistent depiction of the Land of Light.
Yes.
So it also makes sense that they would want to populate it both with generic Ultras and showing, look, everyone is here, this is where they're from.
I do think it's funny that because Stix and Russ, you're not like overly familiar with Ultraman, right?
I'm friends with Ultra people, so I see screen caps of like the spin-offs and shit. So I know what the Land of Light looked like and like some of the background lore, but some stuff here like blew my mind. As we'll get to later on.
I just think it's really funny how I introduced this movie to the two of you, and your big grand introduction to the Land of Light is it getting hit with 15 9/11s at once.
9/11 keeps happening there. It's terrible.
When will it catch a break?
Oh my god. No, this movie's goofy. It's so goofy. It's why I didn't have us like even attempt to watch the show that preceded it, because they just tell you the whole deal like right at the start.
No, for sure.
But like,
I don't know.
Okay, with Ray, I have some questions. So
and I have answers.
So there's that big evil guy who's like the start of all of this called Ray Blood.
Yes,
and he's the reason why Belial got corrupted and all that stuff. How did his blood get in Ray?
Okay.
Like,
okay, so you know how General Palpatine kind of just shot space magic into space, and that's how Anakin was born?
Okay, I already understand what you mean now. Okay,
there's
the dead
that's
spoke?
what happened.
The dead spoke in the Ultraman universe?
In the show, there's like a dozen Rayonics that they find. There's like
all
random Ultraman
species.
aliens who are like also different Rayonics.
This guy sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, he's terrible.
He was a bad
So the
dude.
Rayonic Emperor was like the big bad, and then Belial became the big bad because he got absorbed his ghost or whatever.
I will tell you right now, listeners, this is not the first. This is not the first time, nor will it be the last time that someone references Star Wars on this episode.
Oh, I have multiple
It
notes.
will not.
In my notes as I watched it, I have multiple points where I just wrote, "This is just Star Wars."
Also, can I just tell you that Rey is also like an accelerated aged baby?
I forgot that.
Awesome.
Because a different crew landed on the planet first, and they found him as a baby, and then like instantly, right before the Zap crew comes in, he's just a fully grown adult. I don't know.
That's great.
They don't really explain that one.
I completely
I
forgot
love
that.
Oh man.
I guess we talked about it. Okay, so I think the consensus here is that Mega Monster Battle is a funny movie. I don't know if you're not invested in the Ultra franchise, maybe you would watch this and think, "What the fuck am I looking at?"
It sucks. If you don't have like even a cursory knowledge of like anything Ultraman related, this movie is incomprehensible.
As someone who
is
very invested and found multiple moments kind of cool, I was like about to fall asleep at multiple parts of this movie. And then other parts I was like bewildered by the editing and like how wild the like shots were. Like that opening fight with Mebius and Belial. Why was it edited like that? Why did it look like that?
I don't know.
It looked bad.
Listen,
because you're watching a company try its hardest.
But then they like edited it more normally later. Like
and then there's like some fight
better.
scenes are like, oh, this is like looks decent for what it is.
I want to tell you right now, there is a shot near the end of the movie where Rey is screaming, and you can see that they didn't fully cut out the green screen on his hair.
Yes,
oh
yes.
Yeah, I noticed green screen noise.
It is really rough.
Kind of the whole movie. There's kind of pretty consistent green aura on people. It's not the best, especially with how shiny those suits are.
There's a lot of scenes where like they do a good job compositing them in. There's a like decent job, I feel, and that like they match the colors. Like everyone's lighting is. And then there's some shots like.
I think that's when there are humans is when it gets rough.
I think that's why the Land of Light is green, because that way the silver suits, when they have green reflected on them, it's like because they're in a green world.
Bro,
yo,
that makes complete sense.
And now it's stuck to the modern year.
Yes.
Everything looks like
that's
the Fortress
amazing.
of Solitude.
I want to add, just because mentioning Rey screaming, I don't know where else to mention this. I like Rey. I like that character.
Yeah.
That actor,
yeah, I do too.
I cannot do believable like grief, screaming, and like crying.
No.
That's one thing he cannot do.
He can do stoicism just fine. He can do like general friendliness. The moment he has to show like any form of like pained reaction, oh my god, he can't do it. Can I say one thing? I know I keep going off on tangents, and I apologize to everyone. Can I point out one thing about the Zap's captain, the boss?
What about him?
He's an Olympic medalist.
Oh shit!
Whoa!
I don't remember exactly what it was, but he is an Olympic athlete. This is like one of the few TV things he ever did. Was
That's
Mega
crazy.
Monster Battle and this movie.
Kind of a Ultraman Origins connection, because that's why they called everything Ultra, was that like Olympic training program they were doing.
Yes.
Yep, that is true.
I think we talked about that when we did Ultra Q. But yeah, so Hey, listen, he looked good. Hey, he moved well. I mean, are there scenes where it looks like people are like shuffling on ice skates through these weird worlds? Man, I felt so bad. I didn't want to say this in the recap, but there were moments where they had the Ultra 7 and the original Ultraman and Ultra 7 actors, who I should know their names, I know. They had them like shuffling their feet in on these green screens, and they're older guys and their gait's not great. Did not look very good.
When I saw them do flips, it was like, oh, you could tell they were shooting it from the back.
When you see them like start jumping down the hole.
Oh, Koichi Sakamoto never fucking changed. Koichi Sakamoto.
I had a note where I just wrote down, they put these poor old men in the blizzard. Even though it's green screen, it looked like they were being put through it.
It's the
they had to say
funniest-
some Bandai ass words.
They had to carry a big stupid gun that didn't make any sense for them to have.
The funniest shot in the movie is Shin Hayata holding that AR.
Why does he
fire
have
it?
that? Where did he get it? Did he make that?
I was crying.
Where did he
They
get
strapped
that?
up Ultra 7, dude.
Like, Mirai has his gun from guys, like from his time on Earth. He just kept it. Even though he changed.
It's only been a few years since Mebius, so it's like, oh, it's cool. It's like when a Kamen Rider actor comes back a few years later and they look slightly different. That's cool.
But,
I don't know why he wears a Han Solo shtick. Like,
I think it's like,
outfit.
Isn't that a reference to, I think, Ultraman Jack, which I haven't seen? There's some Ultraman show where a character shows up or like it ends and they're wearing a weird outfit that looks like that.
I think I know what you're
Best
talking
outfit,
about. That
though.
sounds true. Yeah.
I know in Leo, I think Jack shows up like wearing that, but also he has like a weird muzzle on and he can't talk and they don't know what's going on.
I do hope. Do you
that.
think in that show they have the same scene as in this? I think my favorite scene in a movie I've seen in a long time, where Mebius shows up and explains to Ray. I think I literally put in the recap. He goes on for 10 minutes. You have the Rayonic blood. You are the coolest guy. Everybody loves you. You just don't know it yet. You are the chosen one. Except there is a cooler guy out there. There is way more badass than any of us. He's kind of the fucking coolest fool around. We can't show you. You paid a ticket, so you gotta wait.
There is a different
He's on the
guy.
poster. He's on the poster, though.
No, you want to see this fucking guy.
He's trading with the coolest Ultraman in like a really cool, like cyclical reference to that guy's show.
Yeah,
like,
he's doing Vegeta shit in the desert, and he's like, oh,
he's got
I don't respect
training
anything.
weights.
Yeah. Man, that was awesome. To immediately like cut a guy down at the knees. It's like if Yoda was like, Luke, you're the one that can save the Empire, but you gotta track down this guy like named Kevin. He's gonna save the galaxy. You gotta track this guy full down. He's tight. Man, it was awesome.
I completely misremembered. I remembered this movie opening with Leo training Zero on that like desert thing, and that being like the setup for the movie. I forgot that's like 2/3 through it.
Yeah, you gotta randomly hint at it because people are already getting bored of Ray.
Right. Maybe, I mean, this is all conjecture. I have no way to prove this. Maybe it was planned as like a short series or a pay-per-view thing, a la Mega Monster Battle. It was like 3 episodes of a show that got stitched into a movie. Because it does feel like there are genuine markers between the 3 half-hour points.
Like this is like an OVA series.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah.
But that
I
might
could
just
see
also be
that.
the in-house style. It's
My
just
actual favorite scene in the movie is again when Mirai and Ray are in the White Void. I think it's those two. And then Mirai just explains the lore of the Ultra Land of Light, of the Ultra people. And it's like, huh?
I was hoping someone was going to bring this up. This is so
I wanted to talk
funny.
about that too.
Is this the first time they've done this? Like, is this like?
Yes,
was this like
I believe so.
Because it's like, yeah, we used to look like humans, and then
Used
we
to
got
be
this
men.
power source that made us into like all powerful
Ultraman.
giants
Huge
that were
naked
sculpted
men.
like statues with no genitals. I don't know how we conceive. I don't know how we fuck, but we do.
I think that lore is very fun. I believe it is introduced here. I like the idea of them being human-like aliens who are mutated by an artificial sun. However, they say that happened 270,000 years ago, and Ultramen live an extremely long time. I think the father of Ultra is 120,000 years ago, so them saying that is like if 100 years ago, we were all still cavemen.
Yeah, they just make that's the funny thing. Like they just make this stuff up. Like they don't even tell you like how old like Ultraman like Zero is or when he did anything. For all we know, Zero could have been on that planet training with Leo for like 400 years.
Yeah,
because time is like a different concept to them compared to humans.
They live
scale as well.
The young Ultras are tens of thousands of years old. They live super long lives.
Scale's a problem too. I can't tell if everybody's human sized or monster sized or
all the
building
Ultras
sized.
are like when you rarely see shots with humans. It just feels like you're watching Kamen Rider or Super Sentai because they don't put much like sound effects and make them sound giant because everyone's just kind of shot like medium length lens. I don't know how to describe this, but like because it's Ultras versus Ultras and Ultra versus monsters, it's like I don't know. I don't see this. There's not much scale going on until you have humans in the shot.
You kind of just have to know that they're giant.
I think kind of the problem too is that Ultraman is usually consistent with that. Not like Ultras don't typically talk to humans, but whenever they do, you do always hear like this really echoey like sound. But when you're doing Ultras talking to other Ultras, they don't do that. And the Ultras never really talk to the Zap crew outside of their human forms. Which that can be really weird. And even when when the Zap crew was like on like the Land of Light, that shit sure looks made for them. They don't look out of place.
But so maybe they had like a toy or something there, like a toy helicopter landing pad or something.
You know what? For all I know, they could. Some Ultras are able to stay human sized. Seven's done that several times.
I'm perfectly willing to buy them having some stuff in case a smaller species visits, because it does seem like most things in the universe are either that same giant size or human size.
Yeah.
They are space cops. They are the space cops. They have space prison.
I love that it's called just space prison.
They have a space prison that was invented by God to contain one man. And guarded by two jobbers.
Father of Ultraman. He was the father of all Ultraman. No, it just means he's the father of the original Ultraman. And then there's a guy above him who's called the Ultraman King who looks fucking weird.
Stix, the funniest part is that Father of Ultra isn't even the father of that Ultraman.
Yeah.
He's only the father of Taro.
He's like the father.
My bad.
I think it's because the Ultra brothers, who are not blood brothers, that is just the name of their unit. He's kind of the leader of their species. Like he's essentially the president of the planet.
So I like that he never takes his cape off.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yes.
It's so okay. We have to talk about the capes. This movie introduced.
Yeah, can we talk about the capes?
This movie introduced Father of Ultra always wore a cape. This movie introduced the brothers' mantle that all the Ultra brothers wear, except Mebius, who to this day has still not gotten a cape, and it drives me crazy. Zero has gotten a cape. Zero has gotten a cape before Mebius, who has been an Ultra brother for like almost 20 years.
Wait, I'm sorry. You're telling me
guys?
Ultraman 80 has a cape and Mebius doesn't?
No one gives a fuck about Ultraman 80. He shouldn't even be here.
Okay, everybody's attacking teachers again. I get it.
No, don't say that. I have friends who like 80.
Red, don't listen to this episode.
Fred, don't listen. I'm watching 80. 80's a cool guy, I promise.
What's your favorite part of 80? Is it when they make a robot out of that woman when she died?
Wait, isn't that the show where he was a teacher for half of it, and then the second half they were like...
Not half. Like 5
episodes.
The
whole show. I haven't watched all of 80, but that is like a big thing. He's like one of the few Ultras whose human form is like... He's older. Like he's in his, I think he's like early to mid 30s. It's because typically like Ultra hosts are young guys.
The theme song fucks though.
Oh, I love
it. It's such a good song.
He came to us crazy.
From a star. Mebius doesn't have a mantle. That's nuts.
It's nuts. He never gets one, and he's a member of the Ultra Brothers. Like he's been a member since
Mebius. We're talking about Mebius right now.
Yeah.
He's kind of like it's kind of like the disrespect they show Ensign Kim in Star Trek Voyager. Like he's just always going to be the young boy, never going to make it.
Well, you know what? Speaking of Ultras, just in general, Dinah is also in this movie. That is
Yeah.
all I have.
I too am in this episode.
I also had a thought about that. Why is he here, and why do they know who he is when he's not from the old Showa universe?
Yeah, that's a thing that's very confusing. This isn't even the first time Dinah shows up in an Ultraman Zero movie. Because he appears in Saga. That's all I have to say about that.
Well, wait,
maybe he was on the... Maybe he was on the lot and they were able to get him in costume for the day. Like he was like, I got nothing going on. I'll put the suit on again.
Yeah, Dinah is weird because he comes from the TDG universe, which is Tiga, Dinah, and Gaia. Those are a completely separate continuity.
I think Gaia is also separate. They just cross over in a weird...
Yeah, that's it. It's
do like
really
a weird
Tiga and Dinah.
Thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just shows up, and I'm going to assume it's because Dinah is popular, and unlike most of the other TDG main characters, his actor was available.
Yeah.
Because,
I have not
Johnny's.
seen Dinah. From what I understand, there's something in that show that would explain his presence, but not explain why everyone just inherently knows who he is.
I just assume Ultras just know other Ultras if they exist.
I guess. I always
like
dislike
Stan
that.
users.
I want to see characters be like, "Who are you?" Oh, I'm. Have an interaction.
Two things I just want to get out of the way. Back to the capes discussion. I like that they just take their capes off like they're in a Yakuza game, and when they take their fucking shirts off, like right before they do combat.
It's really
I love
cool.
that.
They're
That's good.
fucking cool. When I was first getting in Ultraman, I was seeing like figures of these, and I was so excited to probably watch too much stuff to get to the point where I was quote unquote allowed to watch this movie.
The cape is so cool. They sell it as an extra accessory for every Ultraman figure every time there's a new line, because they know people are gonna buy it.
For mine.
Another thing, from what I could see just from this movie, I really like that crew, that Zap crew, because the conceit of that show is that it's in the far-flung future and humans have evolved to do like interplanetary travel.
Yep.
I don't know. These guys seem nice. Like you got the cool leader, you've got the more experienced, mature crew member, you got the younger guy who's like a fanboy of Ultraman, and you have the girl. So
I can tell you this. I know I've dogged on it a little bit. This is something I don't want people to get confused about. Mega Monster Battle the show is an enjoyable watch. And the Zap crew is a big part of why that works. That overexcited guy is even better because since the show is mostly about kaiju, he's actually a kaiju fanatic. So anytime there's a new kaiju, he excitedly starts talking about like the weaknesses, where it comes from, the origin, all that.
That's great.
The show does a really good job endearing them. Endearing all those characters to the viewer. I love the boss. I love him. That guy's awesome.
Yeah, he seems cool too.
Don't ever
gravitas.
Don't ever call him Cap. Don't ever call him Cap. Don't ever call him Captain. He will get really mad if you do that. It is boss.
He just wants to go on vacation.
Oh, also actor shout out. So that the guy who's not the boss or the overexcited guy, he had a very distinct face. Like, I've seen this guy before. I was like, he's either this actor or this actor. And then I looked him up. I was like, oh, he was in Amazons and he was the frog guy in Geats.
What? Who was he in Amazons?
He was like the fucked. I think he was like the fucked up CEO guy. Oh, no. He was the leader of like the squadron for season 2, I think.
Oh, you're right. Oh my god. Now I remember. Holy shit! I didn't know that was him.
He was. Let me see. Yeah, he was like he's in season 1. He was the lead. He was the captain of the force in season 1 of Amazon.
That's right. The ones looking for the Amazons. That's right.
Yeah, he was the captain of that. He's a very distinct look to him, and of course, he was also Kekara, the fucked up frog guy in Geats.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm
So
entirely.
yeah, he's also in this thing as part of the crew of the Zap
I'm not
crew.
in a rush to ever watch Geats, but when you tell me there's a fucked up frog guy in it, I'm like, I might have to check that out.
He's a lot.
Well, you better be ready to pay $100 for that Shout Blu-ray.
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm getting to it as we speak.
Just because I don't think there'll be another place to bitch this earlier. We were talking about 80 earlier, and I had a note. In the opening of this movie, there's like a thing where they go through all the Ultramen and they flash their names. They noticeably don't do that for 80, and I had a note about that. They show him. They don't say his name.
80.
What is up with 80? What's
he got fucked in the original running.
There's
That's
literally
all it is.
280 characters in this movie. Like, why are they being so mean to the guy?
I'm glad that the I forget her name. The first, like, well, not first female Ultra, that was Mother of Ultra, but besides her, the first actually regularly fighting female Ultra, who is from 80. I'm glad she's in this, because that is more than she's really got to do in her own show.
Didn't they write her off in a very embarrassing way? Didn't they write her off?
No, in that show, they're like, she barely gets to fight, and there's like this weird arbitrary made-up rule that's never explained about, like, oh yeah, people can't know that... There's some stupid thing that's like an excuse to make her fight as little as possible. Also, her introduction coincides with removing another woman, as if that would be too many women.
Yeah, basically.
It's insane.
We love
it's some
the 80s.
really fucked up shit that happened, basically.
Listen, we can all point out Ultraman. It's for small Japanese boys, and they have some problems with women. So it is funny that Belial is the ultimate incel in a universe that is not the most respectful to women, but that's how it is.
So, speaking of Belial, how do we feel about the big guy? Because I love him.
I was waiting for him to get Cheeto fingers, and I realized that's from a much later thing.
His big rubber fingers.
He's already awesome. He gets even cooler when he becomes Kaiser Belial. It's so cool.
Yeah, when he get the coat, oh my god, he got the swag coat. I was
the scar on his face too.
Oh, the scar burns.
The scar is sick. Yeah, the scar burns. He's sick. Listen, I feel like I've done nothing but make fun of this movie and say it's bad, but he's got the juice. Zero has the juice. I get you, like, you get immediately why people are like, you gotta go fucking see this movie.
The actual new characters that they introduce in this movie, there's a reason they always stick around. Like, they're really, really cool. I love Zero. I love Zero.
I also need to give huge props to every tokusatsu movie like this always has a big stupid CG thing they fight at the end that looks awful. In this movie, it's like an actually incredible practical slash
anytime
set.
they zoom in and there's like an orgy of like monsters like on top of each other, I was like, holy shit,
it's
that's
really
awesome.
cool.
So cool
I
looking.
forgot about that.
I forgot. I remembered like, oh yeah, now he's going to turn to the CG thing. It's like, oh, that's real. That's like a puppet and a costume and a set, and it's
when
crazy.
Zoom in.
It's so cool.
Like
zoom in,
like the fact that I forget which Ultra it was, but when one of them like steps on like Monster Belial and the kaiju are like grabbing at his legs to like stop him from moving. That's such a cool like idea for a giant monster
of like scope. Yeah.
And like the mouth on it is moving, and like when they fuck him up, he falls into it, like, because it's an actual huge thing they made.
Yeah.
At least that part of it.
I think I think that suit is kind of why the movie looks a little weird, because they had to save their money for that.
Fair.
But I
also,
think it was
it's a Koichi Sakamoto movie, and he has very specific vices.
Oh, does he?
What I mean is that he likes certain action scenes to be directed a certain way. So there's a lot of martial arts in that movie that are not really the case in a lot of other Ultra things from what I've watched. It's very heavily martial arts focused, whereas most Ultraman's more just grappling most of the time.
Wrestling.
Yes, yeah. That's why it was.
And then, of course, there's the guns, which are like mandatory in many Sakamoto projects. It's just there's got to be a gun out somewhere.
Yeah, I gotta find out if Wendy Wu and the Cheerleader Warrior has a gun in it.
I guess that is a good point. That's probably why there is such a focus on Taro and Leo, because those are the more like martial arts focused of the Ultras, especially Leo.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that kind of makes more sense.
Speaking of, does anyone else find it incredibly funny? Especially here, but I think this would apply to any tokusatsu thing. when someone does not a finishing move, not a big crazy thing, just a normal, like a completely regular strike or light throw, and it just instantly kills and explodes someone.
Oh, I love that.
I love it.
It's gonna be good every time.
It's so goofy looking.
I mean, listen. I was gonna say, the movie, the plot, at times we've been making fun of it. It's hard to follow. A lot of it is nonsense, but there is a mega monster battle.
There is.
Boy,
And there is a very much a mega monster battle.
Ever.
And it's not terrible.
There are times where there's a monster that took him like 2 weeks to beat in the original show they're from. He just got like Mebius points his arm at it and shoots like a half a spacium beam, and it explodes in comical fashion. I liked it. I liked when that happened.
I just think it's too, like, it's funny, but it's a little, it doesn't have impact, but it's like they just kind of lightly punch it like something once and it falls over and explodes. And it's like, that wouldn't kill that guy.
Yeah,
that wouldn't kill that guy.
But it's a movie, so you gotta speed things along.
But
it's like in
God's
Fusion Reborn when Gohan punches Frieza and he explodes.
It's like when like Ultraman is like fighting alien Zeton. That fucker killed him in his show.
Yeah, and here he's just a fucking lowly minion when he's like the big king daddy.
Ultraman gets his win back.
Zeton is one I feel like they should never bring back because it kind of really fucks with the whole point of its original purpose. It's why they have
to keep making new Zetons.
But then they beat the new Zetons. I feel like whenever they make a new Zeton, it doesn't win. Like, it still loses.
No,
it's bad wrestling booking.
Do we have anything else to say about what is it? Super decisive battle mega monster movie.
I just wanted to talk a little bit about the parts with Zero and Leo training because I really kind of like that bit because in Ultraman Leo is trained by Ultra 7 throughout the show, so it's really cool that in this movie he's now training Ultra 7's son. Who, by the way, why isn't he called Ultra Zero? That'd be a cooler name. He should be Ultra Zero.
Well, because his dad is Ultraman 7.
No, it's Ultra 7.
Ultra 7.
He's just Ultra 7.
Yeah, excuse me. Well, he's Ultra 7, and so his son's name is Zero. They're number guys.
Right, but
it should have been just called Ultra Zero instead of Ultraman Zero.
I think he took his mother's surname.
True.
Yeah.
But anyway,
her name was Man, so it kind of worked out for everyone.
I just really like that part. I think the restraining suit looks cool, and I like that it's like Ultraman Zero seems like a shithead, but then he saves Pigmon from its natural predator, a rock, and it's like, that's good, you know?
Yes, I love that.
Well, as we all know, much like any living being, his heart is warmed by the sight of Pigmon.
Yeah, Pigmon, much like this podcast, popular with girls.
Popular with ladies.
Very. What was Pigmon doing on that dead planet? How'd he get there?
That's what he does. He shows up in places where he could get squished.
Where he shouldn't be.
Hey, at least he didn't die this time.
I think I had two more notes I just thought were just kind of neat. I like when they flash back to like when I forget what it was, the context was, but they like flash back to like an earlier battle, and you see Zoffy, and he doesn't have the star marks, those little like studs on him.
Oh, yeah.
Just kind of a fun detail I wouldn't expect them to do, because that's like, they never talk about it. This is some fucking bullshit you'd read in a magazine in the 70s, probably, but it's like, oh yeah, those like rivets some of them have are like badges of honor. So it's like, before he earned them.
Huh. Interesting.
The other note was, I feel like the score for this movie was kind of bad.
Oh,
like,
yes, isn't there...
Don't you love middies?
from Mike Vert, which right off the bat was...
or whatever his name is. It's really funny. I don't know how he got this like gig, for one thing. I don't know.
It's just always interesting to see like a non-Japanese name. It's like, oh, how'd they get? I mean, could just be someone active in Japan.
I think it's because this movie is distributed by Warner Brothers, and they had that guy on lock. So they're like, we need a guy that can make a soundtrack really quick. Can someone please get Mike on the phone?
I did like the ending theme though. Very, very fun, very of the aughts.
Yes.
You know, almost out of place ballad thing.
Yeah.
I think I liked all the of the tracks we heard, the like pop inserts or whatever. Everything was pretty good, pretty fun.
I do like the little stingers, like Like when they show Shin Hayato, they play just a little bit of Ultraman's theme, just so you know it's him.
Yeah, and then with Ultra 7, you can hear the 7, but like not the actual words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was cute.
This movie,
even though they get their asses kicked, this movie is very kind to the Showa Ultras.
Yeah, it's just because Belial had that stick. If you didn't have that stick, they would have whooped his ass, I swear.
Yeah, actually, they don't know how to fight against a big weapon. I guess.
Big
club. The big battle-nizer.
Why didn't they just break it?
Well, then, if they broke it, then Ray wouldn't have get to do his cool psychic link thing.
True.
Yeah, they would go in the evidence
Battle-nizer.
locker and like do cool. They'd be like kids with brooms and spinning around like Darth Maul. You know what I mean?
Oh,
yeah.
I had one more small note. It's not anything important, but when they're doing the final blast on Belial's big monster form, I thought that was really cool. I loved what everyone was doing, but then why did it feel like original Ultraman was like playing with a foam disc launcher? Like his attack.
He was tired. He was tired, man.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Stupid buzzsaws.
The buzzsaw is iconic, but he's doing like the dinkiest little thing that doesn't look like it's doing anything.
He would. It literally looked like he was like, "Can I sit down for a sec, please?"
Yeah.
Men of a certain age, okay? Men of a certain age. It doesn't spin like it used to, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What a movie. What an
anybody
okay
else has
movie.
notes? I liked it. I think I gave it a 3 on Letterboxd. I think in any other situation, if I didn't know any of this stuff, I'd probably give it a 2, but I enjoyed it.
It was entertaining.
Yeah.
It's insane.
You can
Okay.
do worse. You can do worse than this.
They
were having fun.
All right.
I'm being self-indulgent and doing a recap of another movie so we don't have to go through it beat by beat. Should I go through it?
Absolutely.
Let's get
Okay.
this.
Yeah.
This is the Russ cap, the patented power recap. Okay. All right, everyone. A princess escapes from an evil galactic force while searching for her lost hero. Folks, I'm sorry, but you got tricked into watching Star Wars. But it's kind of like if Star Wars had Goku in it. Literally, he flies into it. The Land of Light / it's M80.
M78.
Yeah.
M78.
M78. Oh, you're right. I think I rounded up. M78, or as I call it, Screensaver World, has another 9/11. When mysterious goons arrive on the planet, the Ultra Brothers are pissed, but they only got the juice to send one dude to the planet, so of course they pick the coolest and most important guy in the galaxy, Ultraman Zero. But they know if he strays too far from his galaxy's light, he won't be able to use his awesome ultra powers, so the folks give him a magic bracelet with enough energy to transform 3 times. Ultraman Zero sets off to search for the cause of the enemy attack. When he gets to the source of the darkness, he sees a tragedy unfold. A young Skywalker-esque adventurer named Ran is nearly killed trying to save his little brother now. Zero, heartbroken by the sacrifice, inhabits Ran's body and uses his meat body as his puppet host for the movie so he can walk around normal sets and shit. The two escape and link up with the princess from before, Emerana, the Emerald. What is the Emerald planet called again? Emeraldina?
Emerasana? I don't know.
Emerald something.
Emeraldana, yeah, I think.
Yeah,
Some
she's got a
bullshit.
yeah, basically. She's got a sick ship called the Gene Bird that's voiced by Hiroshi Kamiya, the guy who voices Araragi in Monogatari, which made me brace myself the entire time, terrified he'd say something problematic every scene he spoke. They're gonna cancel that fucking plane.
Oh.
Regardless, the new crew is now on an adventure to get the magical Ultra MacGuffin. Anyway, the fugitives actually link up with the fire pirates, because pirates were hot in Japan at the time. Zero, to prove his mettle, contends with the pirates' hot-headed heavy Glenn fire. But after Glenn does a pretty nasty-looking tombstone on Zero, Belial's forces attack him. Glenn sacrifices himself, and the crew runs to the mirror dimension. And there's Mirror Knight, and he's been corrupted, but not in a weird way, but a sad way. Anyway, Zero hugs out his toxicity, and the princess gets her giant boyfriend back, but he has to fight while they get the MacGuffin. Sadly, the MacGuffin turns out to be a pre-rendered background from a PS1 game of an Ultraman guy. And they get ambushed, and Zero, as Ran, gets captured because he used all his transformations up. Trapped in a damn dome, Belial starts going on about how Zero gave him a scar, and individuality is fucking stupid, and everyone should be cooler, like he is. Zero is at a loss because he misses his homies so bad, and he's so tired of these haters. Just then, appearing from his reflective tears is the transporting hero Mirror Knight, because his tears are reflective, yes. And he breaks him out. Anyway, there's an epic battle, and the heroes are pushed to their limit, and Zero realized the MacGuffin wasn't a sword or a cool gun, but something not toyetic at all. It was friendship, or teamwork, maybe racial harmony. And guess what? Racial harmony can be toyetic too, because it turns to a magic bow that shoots energy arrows. Zero blasts the ass off Belial and flies off, leaving Rand's body. But the fellas, Glenn, Mirror Knight, and Gene Bird Mecha Mode are like, Zero, you're pimp. Let's have adventures to come and more marketable adventures. Ultra 7 nods back on the home planet, knowing his son is the coolest guy, and he'd buy a sick model kit of him as well.
Yes, sir.
Fuck yeah.
That's right.
Can I...
Salute.
I have two notes I want to open this with to set the tone of this movie that I think everyone can agree with. Number one, this movie is immediately such a step up because it opens with an actor in a real physical location.
Yeah.
Number two, all caps, nothing fucks harder than Kaiser Belial. They should have let him win.
He is sick. Yeah, this movie just has like more juice. Like it just has energy to it. I don't know.
It does. I would say
a big part is the music is by Kenji Kawai. A huge
my god!
Oh, the music's great in this movie.
The fight scene's awesome. I'm gonna close the episode with it.
Even outside of the actual vocal theme, which is called Susume, the normal like theme they have for Ultraman Zero, like the orchestral one, sounds fantastic.
Zero's theme is cool. I've always thought the whistling segment should have been a more major part of it, because I think that's the coolest part.
I agree.
Yeah.
When the movie started with that insert song and it sounded like something from like an 80s or 90s anime, I was like, oh, I'm back.
I love that. But that's such a good introduction. Like, all right, going off of the adventure as this theme about him going off the adventure. It's a very fun moment. It kind of made me appreciate that theme more.
Now, I do want to say at the very start, we're introduced to a bunch of really ugly-looking goons. They're called the Dark Lops.
They're also told something else later. It's like, what is it then?
So
you might think the Legionoids. That's different.
Oh, the Legionoids are different, but the Dark Lops ones, the ones that actually invade the Land of Light, the ones that look like Ultraman Zero.
Yeah, Zero, yeah.
Those get introduced in a 2-part prequel OVA called Ultraman Zero versus Dark Lops Zero.
Oh, that's what that was on Tubi. Okay.
What I will tell you now is that it is as described. You don't need to know anything. It is an unnecessary watch. The whole thing leads up to them saying, "Oh yeah, Belial created these. Go see the movie in theaters now."
There's something beautiful. Oh, I was just gonna say every Versus movie plus V movie, if you consider Batman v Superman. Long, elaborate need to explain why they're gonna fight, not Darklops. Zero just don't like Darklops.
No.
The only impact that has on the movie is that when Darklops appears, characters go, I've seen that before.
Yeah, pretty much. So, I love this movie. I love this movie a lot. It is, I think, it's like Kero said, it is an immediate step up from Mega Monster Battle.
It's like a real movie, kind of.
This is something that I feel like you could just show somebody. It's like, hey, look at this superhero movie. Look at this movie about this big blue guy.
Yeah, it's just like a charming thing. It's not... It feels less like a product and more like a labor of love. Like somebody sat down and really wanted this to be a fun Ultraman adventure.
Mm-hmm. I think a big part of that is the emphasis on the 3 new characters who are all reimaginings of old, probably very obscure, I imagine, even in Japan, Superaya non-Ultra shows. I wrote up the names of each of the original shows and the actors, if it's cool to just kind of go through that real quick.
So
totally.
I know one of them. I know one of them. I didn't know the other 2 were based off something.
Oh yeah, all 3. So the first one, who's actually the first hero character you see at all, which is interesting, is Mirror Knight, who's based on Mirror Man, voiced in this by Hikaru Midorikawa, who voiced Gridman, Marth in Fire Emblem, and the villain Salamandus from Go-Go 5, which I Okay, cool for me. I like Go-Go 5.
A whole bunch of anime roles. He's very prolific.
Wow, I didn't know
these
he was
people were in
man.
a lot of stuff, I believe.
Wow.
Then you had Johnbot, who is analogous to Jumborg Ace, voiced by Hiroshi Kamiya, who was the only thing I recognized wrote down was Sho Rampo Ryu Commander from Q Ranger, the purple kind of leader dragon man. And apparently, I guess he's fucked up in some dark, twisted way. I didn't know about that.
That's crazy.
He's also a Tokusatsu fanboy as well.
And then there's Glenn Fire, the best character, who is analogous to Fireman. He is voiced by Tomokazu Seki, who voiced Domon Kashu in G Gundam, Poochie in the new anime of JoJo Stone Ocean, and he's the voice of the Mobaritz, the transforming device from the Sentai series Gokaiger. And also, a good place to mention it here, one of those members of those three pirate trios, I think Garu, is he was a member of the EDF team in Fireman, that actor. So they did a little
really?
That's
That was the cameo thing.
I didn't. Cool. I wouldn't have known, but it's just one of those things where when I see those characters, I'm like, okay, who are these guys? Who did you play? Who did these guys play?
That's
one of these guys had to be
it's
somebody.
I knew about the Mirror. I knew about the Mirror Man one. I didn't know the other two were based off of older Subaru shows. That's really cool, actually.
Yeah. And they play the little music stinger of their shows at various points. Which also, again, I wouldn't recognize. I just was like, I know these are based on something. This song sounds like they're doing a thing. And, I'm looking at them.
There's listen, once again, we like Mega Monster Battle. It was fun. There is a desperation to it. Look, don't you recognize this? Whereas you told me that, and that's more I feel fonder about just oh, they just made light references that if you get it, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it kind of harkens back to an era. But it's not necessarily please, your friends are back. Please purchase this movie and the various toys that come out with it.
Yeah.
I assume Mirror Man must be the most well-known out of those, both because he appears here first, and unlike the other two, Mirror Man has had other, new shows in the 21st century.
And he's crossed over with Ultra stuff too. I'm pretty sure.
I feel bad because I just assumed it's they took a Gridman costume and made it more sci-fi or different sci-fi.
You know what's kind of funny? This isn't really related to anything, but I think Mirror Knight is funny because his helmet looks exactly like Ultraman Arc's. Boy, yeah, this movie sure is Star Wars, huh?
Oh yeah,
they've literally verbatim
even the
which is fine.
Even the first one has some Star Wars where you've got the old men in brown robes shooting blasters,
Yeah.
But this one, you've got the princess, you've got the evil emperor with his really cool, well-designed army of robots and ships and his big Black Doom
ship.
Death Star hand thing, which is so cool looking.
The two brothers are wearing Tatooine garb.
Oh my god,
movie.
yeah.
I didn't think about that, yeah.
They have 70s bobs too.
Yeah.
There's the artifact from the father.
Going off of an old legend.
While we're talking about this, guys, probably the most significant actor thing to mention here is Now, the kid, played by a young Tatsuoki Hamada, who 7 years later would be Ultraman when he played Riku Asakura, Ultraman G'd.
Really?
Yeah. Also, notably, when I was looking at that, because I remembered something about the kid in this is somebody, and it's oh yeah, it's him. I could even see it in his face. Other interesting credits, he was going back to Gokaiger again. Apparently in some flashback scene, he plays a young Captain Marvelous, who's the Red Ranger in that. Also did a dub voice in the Japanese version of Mars Needs Moms.
Plays the Seth Green. Well, is it the Seth Green boy who then they replaced Seth Green with?
I have no idea. I've never seen it. I think the character name was Milo. I don't know who that would be.
Not to go too deep onto Mars Needs Moms lore, but originally it was a Seth Green motion capture, and he would voice the child, and test audiences thought it was so creepy they changed it to the voice of a child, thus erasing the need for Seth Green in the first place.
Why would they're stupid? They're so fucking stupid.
Hey, listen. Hey, the man co-wrote and directed Zemeckis co-wrote Back to the Future. You give him 3 terrible CG movies. I mean, one could argue that Revenge of Belial has some bad CG in it, and it's filled to the brim with joy, imagination.
I think overall,
a lot of fun.
The CG's better than in the previous movie here.
Yes.
Oh, 100%.
Oh my God.
More tasteful.
It actually had both ends of the spectrum for me. The parts where they're going nuts in space and like blowing up a million guys and smashing meteors with each other, that is the kind of CG I want to see. Like, CG in Tokusatsu, I want to see used for stuff you cannot just do normally.
Yeah.
Go crazy. Do Dragon Ball shit. Like those Mebius like DVD movies where they're just straight up Dragon Ball Z fighting. Those are awesome. I like seeing that. What I don't like seeing, and also happens in this movie, is using CG for stuff that you don't need CG for. Like, I throw a guy into the ground and the dirt that shoots up is CG, or when Zero and Belial are just like fighting on top of his like Death Star thing, they're putting like weird CG like giant effects on their punches that obscure the choreography, and it looks bad for a little bit, but for the most part it looked good. They did the right way in this movie.
One bit that I really liked, and they cut it more with CG like immediately, but when Zero first goes into hyperspace, like with all the orbs of other universes like all around him.
Yeah.
I thought that initial like jump when you could tell it's still the guy in the suit and not a 3D model, when he arrives there, I thought looked really, really good.
I like the visuals there. They had a fun way to depict a multiverse, which I think is another thing you have to talk about with this movie, because this is kind of...
It kind of introduces this a little bit.
Ground zero for another problem the Ultraman series has in modern times is...
or media, just media in general.
Well, media in general, but... This is where it starts for Ultraman, is...
Right. Which, again, ahead of the curve in a bit, but not the curve you should be ahead of.
In this movie, there's a classic example of something being, like, so good at introducing a fun idea and doing it well, and then later on going, that was a fun idea, let's run it into the ground and make people hate it, which is what Ultraman does with multiverse stuff, where here, it's given weight. Everyone has to juice up Ultraman Zero so he can be the one guy to travel through the multiverse. And then at the end, they imply, okay, now he's the one guy who can just pop up anywhere, kind of. Or maybe that's in, like, another thing.
Because of the bracelet.
Yeah.
Bracelet.
Yeah. But flash forward, you'll watch, like, Ultraman Geed, and they'll cut to the Land of Light, where the father of Ultra will be like, something's going on in the Earth of this universe. And it's like, shut the fuck up, you don't talk about that. Be a separate... I hate it. I hate the multiverse stuff so much.
It gets really messy, because then it gets you thinking about, like, okay, which one is a part of the main Ultra universe, and which one isn't?
Yeah.
Like, because it used to just be Showa and most of Heisei, and then there's TDG. And I will tell you right now, post this movie, even with Geed, it gets way worse. I will tell you right now, Ultraman Arc is not from the Land of Light.
Well, yeah. I know the recent ones are like weird and separate.
But even
they flat out say Arc and Blazar are from 2 different universes.
Yeah, Blazar right from the beginning feels like it's doing a separate thing. Haven't finished it, but I wish they stuck to how it is here, where it has weight, and it's kind of just Zero, who's like, I could pop up anywhere as the fun crossover guy, or if we do a crossover, it's like, oh, who are you? This is interesting. Instead, whenever they do a crossover now, it's like, you're the guy from that Earth, and it's like, I hate that. That doesn't feel like an interaction, and it cheapens...
right.
They don't even.
I get it.
Yeah.
They don't even cash in on the promise of the Ultra. Hold on. What they call themselves? The Ultimate Force Zero. I think they go on one.
Yes.
I think they go on one adventure in one like straight to DVD movie, and that's it. Like
There's
another.
There's a sequel OVA that came out after this. I need to read the title of this because I was talking with Kero and Russ before the podcast. I fucked up this title 3 different times.
Hell yeah.
It is Ultraman Zero side story, Killer the Beat Star.
Yeah. which I believe has another Jumborg. I think that one has the Jumborg 9.
Yes.
Kind of similar to what the 3 guys in this movie are. That one has Jean 9, who's like Jumborg 9.
They introduce a whole nother robot and they never use him again. Some of these other guys, like Mirror Knight, Jombot, and Glenfire, they'll pop up every now and then.
Not as much as you like.
No, especially Glenfire.
Yeah, because they're so fun in the movie.
Glenfire
so cool. The fire hair
is easily like my favorite, like non-Ultra Ultraman character that they've ever done. I love this character.
Once again, when I was first getting into Ultraman, and like a lot of the stuff I was seeing was like seeing the coolest figures I've ever seen. Being like, oh, I want to know what that guy's deal is. The Glenfire like Ultra Arts figure was so fucking cool looking. I could not wait to learn what his deal was.
Oh my god,
I was obsessed.
Same. The first thing I ever saw of this movie was the fight between him and Zero.
It's a good fight.
Which is a really good fight.
They just really
great fight.
To me, that is the best scene in the movie. Is that whole sequence between Zero and Glenfire. I think it's fantastic.
I think I'd agree.
Yeah. I like that he does a tombstone pile driver on Zero.
He sure does.
They traded.
Yeah. That's true. I like that the set, it does take place in bizarre liminal space, but there's a lack of CG, but it just has a vibe to it that's like, I don't know, big fight feel, big pro wrestling match. I don't know. It's a lot of fun.
It's nice that there's physical solid ground that is actually light is hitting an object, and that's always good.
And for some reason, I don't like seeing Ultraman do martial arts. Zero, you know, there's this feeling to him. He's like, he's our coolest character.
Guys, I think I'm gonna have to leave early. I'm sorry. I got something come up.
No worries.
All right, man.
I'll plug your stuff later, but thanks for being on, Stix. I know today was difficult, but yeah.
You have a good night, Stix.
You too. Thank you.
Good night.
But yeah, I don't know. It was a lot of fun. Actually, pretty much, I think the action was a lot better directed in this. I guess that, like I said, tasteful. I just thought this movie was a lot more tasteful.
Yeah,
it's better.
I agree.
Better choreography. It's better shot. Like when we're seeing the Ultras in the Land of Light in the previous movie, it's all these flat shots of guys just kind of standing there, and it's like, even as a guy who loves seeing a bunch of weird costume gleep-glops talk to each other, I'm like, this looks so boring. But then in this movie, when they have the Ultramen like talking to each other, they're doing like these weird angled shots that I think are like a reference to something that happens sometimes in the old shows, or maybe one specific sequence where it's like, the guys are talking and we shoot it from bizarre angles to emphasize how strange and alien they are.
I think you can tell that they had more, like a larger green screen to actually work with.
Right, that probably helps.
You know what's funny? Russ, I literally just remembered this. After you watched Mega Monster Battle, I just remembered this GIF I sent you. It was like a BTS thing where it's Belial's actor fighting Zero and Ultraman. And you can see the green screen set they're on. It's only half of the set. It's like one wall of green screen, one floor, and then the angle you're looking at, you could just see the back lot. So they weren't even filming this like indoors, it looked like. So in this movie, you could tell, I think this is when like Subaraya is starting to like crawl out of its hole a little bit. They're starting to get a bigger budget. And it just shows, like, everything just looks like so much better. There's way more practicality too.
Yeah. And God, I mean, it feels rude to say, but like them getting away from the boomer shit, I'm gonna be honest, getting away from the Ultra Brothers, who I love all those characters, and I like that they show up, but it just feels like this place, you know, this has more room to breathe, and it can be a little bit more inventive.
This feels more like Zero's movie.
There's better ways to use, because even in that last movie, they didn't really feel that important or cool, except for Leo. Granted, Leo's my favorite, but it's like, they don't emphasize Leo, but the way he's used is the smartest, because it's like a reflection of his own show and the role that he and Ultra 7 played in it.
Yeah.
And they don't dwell on it, it's just there. It's like, yeah, that's the coolest part. Everyone else is kind of just like, hey, it's him. It's like, yeah, you've done that. You've done hey, it's him before.
boy, howdy, they literally just did like a Hey Him with Ultraman and Ultra 7 in the show.
Yeah. So we love Glenfire. Did we, I think we talked about Mirror Knight.
I like Mirror Knight,
right?
I think Mirror Knight's really cool. I think as a superhero,
I like his relationship with the
fun, like, power set.
He's got really cool powers. I guess
he almost has like the most stand battle-y like win in a series. Like,
he does some crazy shit at the end of this movie.
He's like some Hunter shit when he kills. I wrote his name. Aaron. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Him. One of those weird guys. Fun suit though.
I liked all those guys. I wish there were more, but
yeah, I love the line he has to Belial at the end of the movie. Creating mirrors is my specialty. Didn't you know that?
Wish it was more smarmy. That's fun.
Yeah.
No, I like Mirror Knight. It's kind of a problem with all of the tertiary like big guys. We don't see enough of them in this movie.
Yeah.
But they use them in ways that I think make them memorable, because this really is it should just be about Zero and the brother and the princess.
Yeah. I do also find it very funny. I mean, this is a complaint. Actually, it did remind me of Star Wars Episode 9. I forgive this because this is much more of a fun labor of love than that tortured movie is. But lots of people sacrificing themselves for a scene, and then about 5 scenes later, I'm like, actually, I'm perfectly okay.
Well, yeah,
don't worry about it.
You can't kill the new toys yet.
Yeah, yes.
Speaking
I guess
of
they
toys,
could, because they didn't make any more Glenfire stuff after this. They made like one figure art and then pretended he never
he gets
again.
the occasional vinyl.
Okay.
Speaking of toys, something I wondered. So at the start of the movie, Ultra Seven's father, as in a beautiful gesture, gives his son a toy. The bracelet that lets him summon the 7 or the 0 eye and has the 3 light things on it to count his lives. But then at the end of the movie, he gets an upgrade that replaces that bracelet, and that makes me wonder: did they make 2 toys? Like, did they just make
maybe?
I guess they could have packaged the 3 live one with the eye, and that would kind of justify it. But it does seem weird to have, here's your thing. Now here's the upgrade. But doing that in a movie where the audience isn't going to like have time to buy one before the other comes out because it's a movie, they're both out.
I'm pretty sure they only make the 1 eye bracelet.
Okay. What about all the children who are interested in dramatic tension of using up 1 power at a time?
Yeah, I would think that would be like a cool one to have, actually.
One thing I want to point out. Okay, so this is almost unrelated, but I'm looking at the Blu-ray cover for this. And the Blu-ray has the 2 OVAs I told you about, Revenge of Belial and Ultraman Saga. And it has Zero, like, front and center with a staff.
Is it the weird, like, arrow thing he gets that's like Ultraman Jack's
Yes.
thing?
When the hell does he use this?
He uses it, like, once or twice, but not...
Is that from Saga? I don't remember.
No, that is... Well, I don't... If it's like the arrow thing, he definitely has that in this movie. He just doesn't... He uses it
once against the Legionoids when they get attacked.
And then, weirdly, that becomes like... In a later... I think in Ultraman Z, there's a form like based on Zero, where he gets like a weird weapon inspired by that, and it's like... Weird thing to pull from... I don't know. I might be mixing up some stuff.
Oh no, that's just like a weird like thing I wanted to point out. I don't know. God. Hey, so what's up with these Ultraman Zero movies being sequels to shows? Because someone from Ultraman Nexus appears in this movie.
Yeah, it's super bizarre that Noah is here. I had forgotten about that completely, and it like... And, like, the kid's little emblem is the Noah color timer, and it's like, why Ultraman Noah, of all things?
Because, like, I know in the timeline, Mega Monster Battle takes place, like, far in the future. Like, where there are no kaiju anymore, which is a lie. But, I digress. But it makes me wonder, like, what was Noah's ass doing, like, to get this other universe?
I mean, yeah, I guess he's just
chilling in the mirror world.
He split the Red Sea. He gave us a blue ball to kill an ant with later, and then he fucked off and died in a cave.
Maybe I need to watch Ultraman Nexus to understand what the hell.
I know in Tiga, the Ultra statues don't mean anything. You're not supposed to think that hard about them.
They're just guys who died.
Oh yeah,
they're just dudes.
That's something I actually wrote down. Like the inside of the temple they were in really reminded me of Tiga.
Right, but for some reason, Noah was aura farming after death. He needed to post up somewhere where it looked really cool. I don't know. Maybe if you're just badass enough, you transcend time and space. It's complicated, right?
I know that's the implication that Noah is actually like the biggest, most strongest, powerful like Ultra ever. So he can just do this stuff, but it's like it's just so funny that he was just there. It's just so like Zero can get a vaguely like powered up form that looks like him a little bit.
It feels like such a random choice because like I guess his original appearance is a spoiler, but it's overall in the history of the series a pretty minor moment.
Yeah.
Like I joke about how he's technically supposed to be, I think, the same Noah mentioned in the original Ultraman, but that's also just like one episode where it's like, oh yeah, Noah of the Bible was here. Look at this statue of him. Oh, it looks like Ultraman. Oh,
it's just so funny. The Ultraman history is so interesting and weird.
And those were also separate universes anyway. Like Nexus is its own canon.
Yeah,
because it was in the era when they were not doing the connected to the old shows. It was just
that's another thing. I don't even think Nexus is that popular. Why is Bro here?
Yeah, like Nexus had the rating. It got fucked over with bad ratings, and they didn't get to actually finish it. Normally, it kind of rushed the end and skipped stuff, I believe. Like,
it's so funny.
Yeah, truly. Listen, I did like this movie. I think I gave it a 3.5 on Letterboxd. Part of me wants to give it I would up it now. I think I just watched it too late and I was sleepy.
I think I forgot to rate it.
I just thought it was a fun. It happened. Hey, listen. Sometimes you watch things and you're like, yeah. Is it a shameless Star Wars knockoff at times? Yes. Is it does it have some technical issues? Yes, but there were so many moments in it that I felt like the craft and heart was there, and it was just fun to get a short, self-contained, but kind of big Ultraman adventure. It's because Ultraman is almost one of the more slice of lifey tokus. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's the monster of the week, but then it's a character learning a lesson. The stakes are never this big. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. It's never intergalactic, inter-universe stuff. It's usually someone's trying to fuck up Earth. Yeah,
I mean, Ultraman literally started with the wish granting monster. I'm gonna rob a bank with it. Yeah. And it's fun. It's fun to have this here as just a almost DBZ-esque
yeah.
It's better. I was about to say it's better than the Tree of Might, but I do love the Tree of Might. He even kind of goes Super Saiyan in this movie if you think about it.
This is more of a real movie than pretty much any of the Dragon Ball Z movies.
Yeah,
more than Garlic Jr.
Yeah. Which wow. I forgot to mention the previous movie, Ultra Fight Everyone, You Gotta Do It, is that. Mentioning that it feels like it was an OVA that was stitched together, that is way more reminiscent of the modern Ultra Fight series that they put out than
yeah,
because those are it's all a green screen. A weird new guy appeared. Everyone is having battles all over the place. We're dropping some weird new lore.
Zero is there.
We're looking at the past. We're showing how Belial was an incel secretly the whole time. It's all just stuff like that.
Yeah, that's, you know what, that's actually something I think we should point out. Ultraman Zero, for as popular as he is, he has never had his own actual show.
Yeah, he's always, but I think that's what's cool about him is he's
Yes.
always, he had his movies, and now he's the cool guest guy where when he shows up, it's awesome.
Yes.
Right.
It's just something, that's something, like, interesting to point out, is that, like, the one, like, the Ultra that saved everything is the one that never got his own, like, TV show. It's not like he doesn't appear, like, Ultraman Z has a really big, like, referential status for him and all that. And pretty much every summer recap show, which is a thing Ultraman does in the off, because unlike a lot of tokusatsu shows, Ultraman actually does have an off season. Those are typically focused on him, but because he's the Ultra that gets to travel everywhere, he knows everyone's stories. So they just recap shows and movies and TV specials and all that.
Which would be cooler if they didn't have it, so when an Ultraman meets another Ultraman from another universe, they go, "Oh, I know who you are."
Mm-hmm.
Actually, funny coincidence about Seven never getting his own show. The closest thing he gets is him as a major supporting character in Ultraman Geed, which again is the show where the lead Ultraman is played by the little kid in this movie.
Have we
Interesting, yeah.
Have we stated the reason why that is because Geed is Belial's son?
Oh yeah, that's also, I didn't even think of that connection too. Yeah, that's also another big part of it, is Geed is Belial's test tube baby.
Yeah.
It is just so funny. It's like these two characters live on in a way like that's more. I mean, you had Ultraman and Ultra 7. They kind of like run throughout the franchise, and everybody else is kind of a B player. And then these two guys from these random movies that are a sequel to an obscure web series. Not obscure. They sold well at the time, but like to us modern Ultra fans, it's like a footnote.
Especially
even
in the
though it is
West.
important. Yeah. Now they have kind of supplanted themselves as like major players, like mascots for the Ultraverse.
Oh my god, that's not even bringing up that like one of the Ultraman shows literally has Belial's head on a sword and it talks
I was gonna say, like, they do some wild shit. Like, unfortunately, Kaiser Belial's the coolest he's ever been, and they never use the Kaiser form again. He's always back to his default look, or he gets like an ugly different form, or he turns into a sword. And when he turns into a sword, it's really cool and funny. And
I do wanna say that sword, even though it has his face, it has his voice, it is not actually Belial.
True, it is like a clone from a piece of him.
But my god, is that toy cool?
I want it. I need to get it. I need to get it. I need the talking
I don't remember
version.
the name of the actual toy.
I think it's Belial Rock or something like that.
Oh yeah, it is Belial Rock. Yeah.
Also, in that show, it appears in Ultraman Z. Anytime any character picks it up, the sword like asks them like, "What is it you fight for?" And then decides if it's gonna even bother letting them use it.
It will literally not let you use it if he's like, "Oh, you're boring. Your vibes suck."
Is Belial like the first consistent villain in the Ultraman franchise? That's not true. No, I mean, Alien Balton's always going to be a problem.
But Alien Balton isn't like the main antagonist the way Belial is.
He's like a first. As I said, he's their first Joker. Yeah. He is Joker Ultraman.
Is he the first evil Ultra that is actually an Ultra and not Zeraf?
Right.
I think was it Evil Tiga or Dark Tiga? I think that would be the first evil Ultra because it is another Ultraman that a character bonds with.
Yes.
It is not like a copy of Tiga. It's called Evil Tiga or whatever.
Yeah,
but
it's using the energy. It's using the energy from the ruins. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, like it's literally another guy that they found and someone uses that to transform.
Oh, and then
he's not a cackler. He's not cackling.
Oh, there's what's her name? Carmela? From the Tiga movie? I forgot about her. Yeah, and her whole crew.
Her buddies. Yeah, Tiga has the first true evil Ultras who aren't just like a copy or an illusion or a clone robot or something.
Right. Okay.
But then Belial's the first one to like be that big and recurring. And before that, you had like Yapul, who was like the big bad of Ace. And I think they would mention him here and there, but he never was like that huge.
You're right.
And I believe Taro has a unseen major villain, maybe not mentioned in the show, maybe only mentioned in the weird little baby Taro movie as like this unseen ancient evil, ultimate evil they had been fighting. And that guy does come up here and there, and he even becomes the secret final major villain of one particular show. But it still feels like Belial's the first one where it's like, oh, he kind of shows up a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
And as a main antagonist as well.
And yeah, and I think both and then what? And then you have Ultraman Zero as kind of his counterpart in that he's like the cool, I guess he literally is just cool Ultraman.
Yeah,
he's cocky. Like
he's cocky, he's sick with it.
No, I can totally see why Ultraman Zero like caught on like almost immediately.
Right.
He's blue and red. They've only done that like a couple times before.
Oh, what's that? He's son? He's the son of the most popular Ultraman too?
Yes. And he not only gets Ultra 7 only gets one blade. This guy, he gets double blades, and they can combine with other blades to become like buzzsaws.
This guy literally gets everything.
we talked about the 2 out of the 3 new heroes. We should probably talk about Jean Bird / Jean Bot.
Oh, Jean Bot, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cool robot. Sick robot. They are I really didn't think of how much Star Wars there was in this. And despite that, even like recognizing how much it takes from it, it doesn't feel overbearing in a way that like brings the movie down, in my opinion. It's just like, yeah, that's a stock thing that gets used at this point.
It's just funny. It's very charming. Shotbot's okay. I like the design in the robot form.
It's a good design. Like he's got the axe and you get the like the G Gundam motion cockpit thing, which is fun, and calling out.
I will say, makes me wonder how he's supposed to work if nobody's piloting him.
Because he's epic now. He copied the moves. He learned it.
Yeah, he copied the 10-year-old move.
You need the bond of the human and the guy to be stronger.
Yeah.
This is an earlier part of this guy's career. I didn't realize. The voice actor, it's no, he starts back to the 90s. I was talking about Hiroshi Kamiya, and he's in everything. Though most people, at least me, probably think of Araragi just because we've heard him talk so goddamn much. If anybody's familiar with that show. Not that I am. I don't know anything about it. And if you try to get me in trouble, I fucking don't tell anybody. But yeah. Any other notes before we wrap things up here and talk about what our next show is?
Yeah, no, I have a few random notes, just like I think 3 things of course. Here. Okay. Let me see. One of them, just a thing I like. I like it whenever any work that deals with like prophecies and chosen ones goes, actually, the prophecy is kind of bullshit. Everyone's cool. Which was kind of the message of like, you gotta have the magic shield. There isn't really a magic shield. It's just working together to fight for peace.
The power of friendship is so cool, you guys. I
genuinely like that. It reminds me of some other stuff that if I said it would be a spoiler.
You and your friends can team up and go to the store and buy that badass friendship bow together right now.
Let me see. What was another one? I thought it was funny when the princess tripped and screamed in a weird way in the cave, like just this awful shriek.
That was good. Maybe it was real. Maybe that was a real on-set moment.
One moment. Talked about sexism in the last movie. We should talk about sexism in this movie. They meet the pirates, and the pirates are like, "What are you doing here? You're trespassing." But very obviously not opening fire, giving them time to talk. And the princess goes, "Well, let me explain what we're doing here." And then Zero goes, "Hold on, let me handle this." And he goes out and he uses up one of his 3 charges to transform and goes, "All right, let me explain what we're doing here." And then Glintfire beats the shit out of him because I guess he doesn't like seeing women disrespected. It's like his the plan was to talk, so just let the princess talk.
The woman respecter has entered the chat. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Let me see. Did I have anything else? Technically it was with the last movie. This feels like the only place to mention it. it was kind of weird when they were all fighting, and for some reason, when the Mother of Ultra got hit in the last movie, her cape flew off. Why did that happen? She's the only one that happened to it. Just seemed odd. I don't know.
We got to show it happened to somebody.
Maybe it kept getting caught on her hair, so they were like, okay, if we're gonna sure get hit, it has to fly off. I don't know.
And I think the final note I have, maybe the most important, was I noticed during the credits, during the list of what I believe was the sponsors, there's a place with like a very distinct logo called Chucky's Holiday, and that's just a Dead Rising store.
What?
Yes.
Kind of like a font like you'd see in like a fucking weird family restaurant in a Dead Rising game.
It's like impact font. Like, oh god.
It was like this weird, like vaguely Western looking thing, and just Chucky's Holiday. It's like, wait, that's got to be like a family restaurant or something.
We all got to get to Japan and go visit Chucky's family. I guess
Chucky's
Holiday. Yeah.
I think that's all I had.
I think. I did. My notes on this one are just like I have 5 in my phone, and one of them is bro, he's electrocuting a child.
Oh
yeah.
I had one more. When they break him out when he's like trapped in the dome in the ship. I loved the like mirror warp teleport that they did. That was a really cool like move. I also liked that immediately, and like you rarely see this. Zero's first instinct, no hesitation, is just to start shooting the inside of the ship that he's in. It's just to start fucking it up and like shooting all the terminals and just breaking as much as he possibly can before like actually fighting anybody.
So angry. He's so mad.
It's a cool moment that's like, I don't know, I just liked it.
Oh, I love this movie. I really do. It's
cool.
If I really had to think about it, it's really like probably like an okay movie. The problem is that I am not an objective person. This movie whips ass.
Yeah.
I love it. In terms of like Toku movies I've seen, it's up there. It's up there as one of my favorites.
One thing we didn't mention, I think I don't like the design as much, but I want to give it props, just like I did the last movie. The big dumb final form that Belial gets, not as cool as the fusion thing. It's still an okay design. I can see how it evolved from the Kaiser Belial design. It's a big suit. I like that it's not a big stupid CG blob.
What, you mean Space Godzilla?
Godzilla.
Yeah,
it's exactly.
It's kind of Space Godzilla.
He even has the big gems.
True. But it makes sense because it's the stuff they're fighting over, the Emeraldium or whatever.
Hey, as a big Destroya Godzilla shipper, I'm glad that their son could get work. It's still in the industry, you know what I mean? Gosh. Yeah, I think great. They're fun movies. I'm glad I watched them.
Yeah.
And, it was kind of like after finishing Ryuki, we did a lot of, it got heady, and also we were very negative about the episode final, so it was nice to get something goofy to get in there. And speaking of, we are doing our next series, and by popular demand, aka one YouTube comment, we are doing Sentai.
Oh, shit.
Which I think all of us here don't know shit about.
I don't know anything. Our opinions are going to be one show.
Same. And I think I'm like 10 episodes into Car Ranger, but
fuck yeah,
we wanted to, Car Ranger is awesome. But so we were gonna check out a Sentai thing. It's our blind spot. Hopefully we don't say anything stupid, but we wanted to choose something. Well, okay, I can give my input. Stix and Hunter, you can share yours now, and then we're doing. Let me get the full title because I only know the shortened.
I'm so curious.
Juken Sentai Gekiranger.
Oh.
Yes. Well, okay, we have logic behind this. We just finished Ryuki, and then we did Ultra Q before. Very kind of static laser, lots of forms, lots of firing guns, lots of lasers. We wanted to do something a little bit more active, so we kind of looked at the different, like, kind of more, how do I say this? The more martial arts-centric Sentai shows. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's like all I know about that one is it's kind of a martial arts thing.
And I know that there's some people who like Jungle Fury. I have no clue. That's way after my time with Power Ranger. And the reason Stix has really been interested in it is that it is like it's the final show in the early HD era that's still that was shot on film. Does that make sense?
Oh, so it actually looks good.
Yeah, it looks good. It doesn't look sweaty and smeary, and I have no clue. I think it could be pretty kiddie. I don't know how crazy it gets, but we've already done like we did Ryuki, which is Toshiki Inoue and Kobayashi. What is it? Kobayashi?
I think it's Kobayashi.
Oh, I forgot her. Yeah, and we kind of wanted to focus on something else, and we don't want to go full blown into Go Kaiger just because it's popular / so much of it's based on nostalgia, and we kind of like. This is kind of like, it's kind of fun to go into something that's not as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Logicking it out. So I think we're going to I'll post what episodes we're watching first of that one. I'm assuming we're going to be watching up to 13 or 14. We're going to get to that soon. But yeah, hope you can join us. We're trying something different. Yeah, Sentai. We're going to figure it out. Any feelings on Gekiranger, guys?
Well, we're going to be completing the trifecta. We've done Ultra,
yes.
We've done Rider, now we're going to do Sentai. I'm excited because, Sentai really is like a big blind spot. I was a Power Rangers fan, but like even this era of Power Rangers, I was not watching. And I only know one of the Rangers because the Purple Ranger, the Muay Thai one, is in Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, which is a fighting game. That's the only thing I know about it. I did ask a friend of mine who is a diehard Sentai fan. Like he's seen every show. They've seen every show. And when I said that we were going to do Gekiranger, my friend started blowing up my damn DMs. So Sam, I hope you're happy. We're doing a show you like, I guess.
Yeah, and there could be somebody who fucking talks about something different than Zyuranger or Time Ranger. You know what I mean?
I'll be
somebody
real.
Out there has to.
I assumed you were going to do Sentai. My guess was like, all right, we're probably going to do Time Ranger or Jetman. And you know what?
Those were the first two, and I said we gotta try something else.
Jetman has been discussed. I will say that. But I'm glad we're doing something a little different. I'm not gonna lie, I would have vetoed Zyuranger. I would have vetoed it. That's too obvious.
I've seen Zyuranger. It's got like some very fun stuff in it. It's very just okay.
Hey, we might be watching something that's very just okay. I have no clue. Gekiranger, I literally saw 2 clips and I went, that looks funny. We should watch that.
Yeah, I know basically nothing about it.
Okay. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Oh gosh. This has been plug time. Anybody have anything they want to plug?
I guess. Oh.
Let's let the guest go first. Actually,
yeah, of course.
Kero, go ahead.
I'm Kero, but I go by Kerbumble on a bunch of sites. That's my Twitch, on Blue Sky, and probably anywhere else you'd look. You can find me there if you wish. I play weird and stupid stuff, and I post too much.
All the stuff you post Kino. I mean, you play Kino. It's just weird PS2 games that have very sweaty Japanese covers.
I love the weird cool video games very much.
Weird cool, is that what you call it? Is that your aesthetic?
That's what I like to say sometimes to describe the kinds of games I like.
Yeah, weird cool. Good, that's a debatable, but they are weird cool.
Just because something is bad doesn't mean it isn't good.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, very true.
Hey, amen.
All right, yep, me. I am Spider/ on Blue Sky. I don't use Twitter. Twitter can die. I hope that bird gets shot. I am also Spider/ _ on Letterboxd and Spider/ on YouTube. And fellas, I did it. I uploaded a damn video.
Yes! Let's go!
Uploaded a video talking about the greatest movie of the 2010s, the greatest pre-COVID movie ever made. That is Gemini Man, starring Will Smith twice.
Whoa!
That movie, I love that movie. I hate it. It sucks, but I love that movie. There's so much adoration in my heart for it. So I
check it out.
I put that out. That I'm very happy with that video. Before the Hall of Day that happens in the near future, I'm going to put up a year in review video to the channel too. That'll be out before then. It'll definitely be out by the time this episode comes out, because it won't be that intensive to work on. But that is me, Spider/ the YouTube boy, coming at you.
Yes. I stream on Tuesdays with my friend Scott. Fucka Socks, as some know. FKA Socks, or as we refer to it around here, Fucka Socks. I also do Hogcast Speedy Delivery, the #1 independent Sonic Pizza podcast on the planet. We should get you on at some point. Both of you on at some point.
Oh, I would love to.
Talk about Sonic the Hedgehog and pizza. Yeah.
I like Hedgehog.
Kero, no. We barely talk about Sonic the Hedgehog at this point. I try to avoid it. Anyway, so, but yeah, so check out both. And everybody, here, I have the tagline ready. I'm using the Japanese tagline to sign us off. Kaiser Belial Descent, Zero, Yap with Light!
Hell yeah.